Guys, what is that? I have no idea what that is. What is going on, my beautiful people? And if you don't understand that intro, then you don't live in the state of Georgia, because it's been cloudy, overcast, raining for like a week and a half. This is really the first time I've seen the sun in a week and a half. I'm gonna make the most out of this beautiful day. I got engaged yesterday. Candace, my fiance now, had to go back to school, and I decided I was gonna come out to the river and do some fishing for the first time this year. It's finally warming up. I have no idea how cold the water is, but we're gonna see if we can't catch some rockfish. As you can tell, it's a little windy, but we're gonna catch some fish today. I just got the feeling. With it being sunny, I'm hoping that they're going to be up in these pockets, probably sitting a little higher in the water column because the sun's now warming up that water. But enough of that, we're going to get to fishing. So the first little lure I have here is actually just a tiny white spinnerbait. We're going to see if there's any fish that are feeding. All right, the first cast in this deeper little pond here. And we snagging branches. All right, we're going for a bit of a walk. I've made a couple casts with the old cricket. Haven't had much luck. I'm seeing some fish pop a little lower down the river. So I'm just gonna take this one rod and work my way up the bank here. Hopefully we won't find any snakes. I think it's still too chilly for snakes, but you never really know. But this is a nice little grassy bank. I got my camera with me just in case. We're gonna sit it right here and hope it doesn't roll into the water. I brought a couple different lures with me. I do have a rubber worm. I know there's a couple bass, or there were a couple bass. That's not meaning that there still is by any means, because if you know, back this winter when we were having a lot of rain, there's a pileated woodpecker. Back this summer when we were having a lot of rain, or back this winter, I'm sorry, when we were having a lot of rain, it was gushing through here. All of this was pretty much full to the brim with water. And it really might have washed all of my... Man, how did I manage this? This winter, when it was raining a lot, all of this was filled with water. And it kind of washed a lot of this out, and I'm hoping it didn't take away a lot of the fish. Now it is February 24th in Georgia. It's starting to warm up a little bit. It's been cold and rainy, and my lure ain't got the right action on it. And so it very well could be almost spawn time. I'm imagining in the rivers, not quite yet. I'm pretty sure they're still gonna be pretty lethargic. We can give the water a quick touch. It's not terribly cold, actually. So, I mean, we'll see. That's gonna be stuck in a tree. Man, this one don't look too good for me. Got it. Got it. I am the king of getting stuff out of trees. We'll see. I'm about to change up lures, go for a little bit of a slower presentation. See if I can't catch a fish on a Guggen bait. Old dragon drop. See if we can't get something to eat it. You guys ever use your hat to carry fish hooks with? Like a 1/0 worm hook. Trim this tail off here and hook myself in the finger in the process. And boom. A Guggen dragon drop. Let's go ahead and grab one of these out of the package and take our first cast ever with a Guggen bait lure. And that's a good looking bait. It's got a nice little slow fall to it. they gonna eat this as I throw it over every tree, and probably am about to lose my bait. Yep, wow. Oh, I got it, thank goodness. That was terrifying. We're not gonna throw that way right now. We're gonna pitch it. It skipped pretty well. We're gonna just let it kind of fall right there between that wood. See if we can't get us a bite. Oh, we got one. First cast, I'm not even joking. First cast, look at there. First cast, we had a fish. First cast. Oh my goodness. The Guggenbait dragon drop on the first cast. Now I do have some drop shot hooks with me. Now we're gonna hook him through the back like that. Now that we know that they're actually biting, we're gonna pitch this sucker back over there and kind of just let it fall, let it do its thing. I noticed my line was moving that time. The first freaking cast with it. Nope, we don't have one that time. Not falling fast enough then. All right, everybody. We're gonna pitch back to where we just was at, and we gonna let it sink. I ain't even gonna move it. I'm gonna let this lure do its thing. And I think we have another one. It looks like my line's going back upstream. It sure is. Oh, we got one, guys. We got one. I just gotta catch up with it. I'm going slow. I have not caught up with the fish yet. Oh, I think he spit it. Oh, I got him. It's a little bass. Look at there. Oh. Oh, little bitty bass couldn't stand the dragon drop, man. Look at this guy. Look at him. Oh, beautiful, cold, largemouth on the Guggenbait's dragon drop. He's about the same size as the dragon drop. My first bass of 2019. All right, so we had been fishing with the spinnerbait, had been fishing with the little cricket lure, and I finally switched over to the Guggenbait's dragon drop, and I caught this straight up dink of a largemouth, but LFG sniff. He's pretty, man. Look at him. If I hold him up real close, he looks like a monster. He's fat, healthy, and I had pitched right up under that brush pile with that dragon drop, and he hit it the first time, and I missed him, and I went back to it, and I noticed my line going upstream, and I was like, man, we got him. This fish is cold, and I'm gonna go ahead and get him back in the water. And away he goes. That's awesome. It's great to know that we have some fish back in here, and I'm gonna go ahead and catch me another one. Alright, so I know that wasn't the most eventful, maybe it was fun to watch me stumble around on the creek edge, but we did end up catching one bass on a Guggenbait's dragon drop nonetheless. So I think for a day when the fish really weren't biting that much, I did have a couple little bitty bites, but I think that was just some little bluegill that couldn't get the worm in their mouth. But to come out and catch a largemouth out of the river, especially in the middle of February when it's still pretty cold and we haven't had very much sun recently, I'll count that as a success. But now I'm going to show you guys actually the place that I've picked out for the bushcraft shelter build. Alright? So I'm going to be doing a video shortly, just kind of walking around trying to figure out where this was going to be. I'm in the process of editing that. But for you guys that have made it this far in the video, I'm going to go ahead and show you where this location will be. So, as some of you actually know, we actually have a deer camera right here on that tree. You can kind of see the black. And every time I check this camera, I'm thinking, you know, this is a really nice place. And it's made me really want to put a shelter right here. And so that's what I'm going to actually do this spring, is if we come off the road 20-30 yards, is actually where I'm going to put this place. There is one problem. There is a dead tree that we're going to have to take out, but it's an older dead pine tree. Right here's the old Widowmaker, but it really shouldn't be that big of a problem to get it down. Other than that, looking around, I'll show you at the ground. There's really nothing. There's a dead tree over there, so maybe I'll move it a little bit that way, just out of the way of this dead pine. But there's plenty of little trees for me to cut down. That tree right there is dead. That'll be good wood. It's not too far off the main road. The river, it runs right through there, actually. But what I really like about this place is there's a bunch of rocks, and those rocks are what's keeping this up on a hill. And if you come this way, there is actually a deer stand that we have hung up right here. And so what I was thinking, if I can clear some of this out, some of these old trees where people have sat in the past, there's a ravine and a field over there. That field's not ours, but our ravine backs up to the field, and all the deer bed up there. So what I'm thinking is build a nice shelter in here. I might build it here where I'm kind of protected from that dead tree, and then I might not have to worry about taking it out. But there's a lot of stuff to build with. It's thick in here, so nobody can really see it, even if they're on that road, depending on what I build. Build it this way, we have protection from the wind with these rocks. And then during deer season, overnight deer hunts, we come, we sleep, we camp, we wake up in the morning, we go get in our deer stand. Also, we could build a wooden deer stand, kind of like a lookout tower up over the bridge, or up over the ravine, I'm sorry. And I think it would just be a really cool spot to put this. I'm pumped about it. It's pretty clear and flat as it is. There's lots of rocks, and here's kind of a lookout down into the ravine with the field over there. And I think it's going to be a great place to hunt and to camp. And as you can see here, some of these rocks and these mounds that'll protect us. All the rain will run that way, so we don't really have to worry about the mud. There'll be wildlife in here, but it's not too far from the house. I can walk here pretty easily, and so if something bad was to happen, we could get out. We have some trees around. That'll be nice for fire starting. That's an old dead tree. I think that's a dead birch tree. As you can see, some of that bark's coming off. There's a bigger birch tree right over there. This ravine, it's going to be really nice. I thought about building one a long time ago in the bottom of the ravine, but it is really muddy down there. Also, when I was here, that was another sign that I think this would be the right place to build. I mean, look right here. There's a big opening right here with trees I could come across. Now, that one is that dead pine tree that I'm going to have to get out of here. And there's another little one right there, but that's just building material. There was something else cool that I found that I'll show you guys while I'm out here. And I left this here because I'm going to use it as part of the shelter, but this is an old metal milk crate that somebody brought out here to use as a seat while deer hunting. So somebody else had been sitting here, and as you can see all the rocks, they were sitting here hunting, watching the road and the ravine. So there's so much I can do with this, and it's such a big area that I can turn this into really anything that I want. And so that's my plan. And the ravine, plenty of trees to build on, plenty of places to build, whether it's like a little hunting shelter, a primitive like hunting deer stand, anything. Like, the sky is the limit with this place. It's flat, it's good dirt, it's going to be good to build on, plenty of material around, and it's got a nice vantage point. So if anything ever did happen when China or Russia or somebody decides to drop an EMP on us, I'm going to be ready. I'm going to have me a place to come stay in the woods that's a little more off-grid. Now, there is a road that is 20 yards away from the place, as you can see, and I actually got engaged right around the curve over there. But I think it's a good location. Let me know what you think. Other than that, I'm going to go ahead and call this video wrapped up. Hope you guys enjoyed. And if you missed the engagement video, go watch it. It should be the video right before this one. But I love every single one of y'all. I'm gonna go eat me some chicken and dumplings. Hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching. And always remember, when nature calls, better answer. Peace out.